Hi, my rays of light. Welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing a reading on Tracee Ellis Ross, Miss Diana Ross's daughter. This is going to be a psychic reading. I'm going to be giving you the tea, what I see for the lovely Tracee, and what is going on with her in 2019, and beyond whatever else is coming through. So again, keep in mind that when I do these celebrity readings, I'm really giving you a snapshot of what I see now. Things can change for them, and sometimes I may need to do an updated reading on someone, after a couple of months or a year. So from time to time, if you're on my channel and you're a subscriber, you may be seeing that I do updated celebrity readings based on, events and things that may be happening on them at that particular time. So this has been a video that was requested by a lot of fans of Miss Tracee Ross. And so I'm very excited to do this reading. So I will start off by saying that she's a very gorgeous lady and very strong woman. And for those of you that don't know, a little backstory on who she is. Again, she is Diana Ross's daughter, but more than that, she is also an actress, a model, and she's done a TV personality. So she's done a little bit of everything. And so she's well-rounded in the entertainment industry. I feel like she's able to really shine and show her talent and where she is going in life. And so there's a lot of questions about her. I will start off by saying that I feel like, she is someone that is very guarded, even though has her life out there, being a celebrity, and she's on TV. Most recently, she's on that show Blackish, and I love that show completely. She's so hilarious, and all the cast is just amazing. But that is one of my favorite shows, and yeah, I feel like, she is very much out there, but at the same time, and she is more on social media, I think, than maybe some of, of her family. Meaning like she's more comfortable with social media, but at the same time, she does love her privacy of her private life and where things are going. And so there's a lot of questions about her, is she ever going to get married? That's what I think a lot of her fans want to know. And for Tracee, again, I feel like she is someone like myself. I'm single. I'm 36, going to be 37, and I've never, been in a relationship or married. And there's a lot of people that are like that. And I feel Tracee is just like that, just like us. There are people that have a different path in this life and that necessarily don't need someone to complete them, even though it would be good for them. But I think a lot of people have made comparisons, her being Diana Ross's daughter, and Diana is an icon, a legend. So, but I think a lot of people that maybe, have tried to kind of categorize Tracee as being her daughter and expecting her to, kind of live the life that, Diana would have that has lived, or have, partners, etc. So I feel like, they try to sometimes, the media and people in Hollywood, they try to kind of make that person, if they're that a celebrity's child, to be kind of like living in the shadow of their mom or dad, or etc. But Tracee has definitely made a name for herself in the industry. She's really, proven that she's very talented, and she comes from good genes, obviously. So when I get with her, get into her energy and soul, I feel like she's someone that, again, is very guarded, but yet very spiritually awakened as well. You can just tell in her eyes, she has that look. And most mediums, and I'm not going to say this is for everyone, but there are some people that are seers, that have abilities, and that have a certain look in their eyes. It's like a penetrating kind of gaze, a high sense of intuition. So I will say this, and I feel very strongly about it, is that Tracee is someone that is very intuitive, and she has a great sense of discernment when it comes to business and business people, and she knows who to align herself with and who to trust and who not to trust. But what sets her apart from a lot of people that are in the entertainment industry is that her soul is very pure. And I feel like she's someone that really is able to love and not really judge people, without getting to know them first. She is someone that's very non-judgmental and gives people the benefit of the doubt. She wants to trust them, and that's going to take her far in the industry as well. So again, I feel like, apart from the show, she will eventually go into other shows, and there will be more acting opportunities. There's something about a movie as well. I don't know if this is like an an older person's role that she would be taking on. It's somebody significant that had like a movement in life. I just feel like there's something like that that is in the works for her in the future, and so I feel like she's going to be going into, there's something about movies and really going into that direction. I also feel like she's also a producer, or wanting to step into that role of producer, filmmaker. So there could be some of that also that she's working on. I'm seeing a lot of different projects for her, not just one single thing. And I feel like it's something that she's kind of working with and helping people, helping African Americans, helping the Black community really shine and show, that there are talented, there's some very talented actors and actresses out there in Hollywood that are African American, but yet I feel like she is also, wanting to have fun, and that's what it's all about. So it's not like she's very balanced. Like when it comes, I've read hundreds of celebrities here on my channel before, and I have to say that with Tracee, I feel like she knows exactly how to balance everything out. It's not all work and no play for her. She knows when to take vacations, when to have fun, and I feel like she creates her own fun wherever she's at, and she's like the life of the party. She'll crack jokes, she'll make you laugh. Oh, I also forgot to mention she's a comedian, so yeah, that makes sense, that she would do that. But I really feel like that's just her nature. She's gregarious. She is someone that is very down to earth and really relatable to on many levels to many people. She's also been into fashion, so I see her continue to work on certain things. There's something about being featured on a cover of a magazine. So I don't know if this is one of like Elle or one of these magazines, but I see her being on a cover of a magazine, and I feel like there's going to be a story that is going to be put in there. This could be, Ebony, or it could be another magazine, but there's definitely going to be something that she's going to be doing within the next 2 years that kind of is talking more about her career path and where she's at. Now, interestingly enough, will she get married? I think I kind of deviated away from that. I don't feel like she's going to get married in this lifetime. It's not that she needs it or she wants it, she doesn't want it, but I feel like she's maybe not really focused on that right now, and I feel like eventually she may have a partner. I would definitely see a partner for her, but I don't see that that person would be that she would be married in this lifetime. And I feel like that's again just her life, the way that she's chosen to live it, and there's nothing wrong with that. And for any one of you out there that are listening that are still single, and maybe you're in your 40s or 50s and you feel like judged by other people, or you feel like that you're less of a person because you don't have that marriage, I'm here to tell you that you're not any less than you're perfect the way you are, and you don't need to follow in the footsteps of someone else. Nobody wants to be alone, especially when we're in our older years, but you don't have to necessarily be married to be complete or for you to be happy. And you can have family members, and you can have cousins and stuff like that that are married, and they still love you for who you are. And I feel like her family is very loving and very accepting of her and encouraging, and she's the same way with them. So again, I feel like the Rosses, their family, there's just a beautiful family. They're very much a very close, tight knit, and very private when it comes to her life. Now I do see a male, and those of you that would be listening, I feel like he's Caucasian, and I feel like there's some chemistry between her and that guy. And again, this may be something that is in the future oriented, which wouldn't make sense to Tracee if she listens to this reading, or but I do get that there would be someone out there for her, and I do feel like he would be maybe a little bit older than her, probably about the same age, or right around that age, but he is Caucasian, and I do feel like there is going to be some chemistry that is shared. So, a lot of you that would be listening would be like, well, why isn't it a black man, but again, we all have certain, partners or, soulmates that would come into our life that are for a certain reason. And, I do feel like she is going to gravitate towards this person, and this person would be a soulmate, and they would be sharing a lot of good energy and basically the same values and viewpoints on life. However, there is a situation which I feel like this person may still be in a relationship with someone else, not necessarily like married, but maybe they are in the midst of a divorce or their marriage is not good. But I do feel like there is this situation like that going on eventually with Tracee, but she will be very happy in life, and she has this aura as a healer, so she is someone that also is healing people through her acting, through her jokes, through her funny nature, just being on camera. She brings healing to many people on many levels, and she's going through a journey. There's also talk of a trip. I don't know if she's going to like Peru, South America. There's some kind of journey that she's needing to take, and it's going to kind of throw her in a different culture. And I'm sure that she's traveled the world before, but there is a sabbatical. There's this spiritual journey that she's needing to take. And I do see that that's going to happen, over the next 2 to 3 years. And it's something that she's going to be doing alone. And it's going to kind of evaluate. She's going to be reevaluating her life and where she's at. I think at certain times, she has considered, herself in her life that she could be going through a midlife crisis because she's like 40, 45, 46, 45, but whatever her age is, she's still youthful at heart. And I don't feel like she really focuses too much on that. But at some point in our life, when we hit, the 40s, we all go through a age or a midlife crisis in some manner. But for her, I feel like she's going to kind of skate through that and really just kind of smooth, sailing from that. Because again, she's not fixated by a number, and a number doesn't define Tracee. When I tune into her soul, she's not defined by age. And that is what keeps people young. When you don't focus too much on your number, on your age, but rather just living your life the way that you would love to live it and kind of empowering people and inspiring people. So I do feel like she's going to go on to talk to children and actresses and young people who maybe have the same desire and drive that she does and help them on many levels. So her life is by far not, stuck in one trajectory or one career path. She's going to, do a lot of good in humanitarian efforts and a lot of good in the world and help people kind of be more accepting of themselves and loving one another. There is also this talk about her money, and Spirit is showing me that there's just abundance, but there is going to be a situation which she walks away from, and I feel like this is going to be maybe a career that opportunity that is not good for her, that she will feel like I really don't feel like this role or this opportunity is really, even though yes, it's maybe kind of enticing for the money, but I really don't feel at this point this is the right direction. And there's going to be pressure for her to kind of take on that, but through her agent or her, her team. But I feel like she's going to kind of needing to listen to her heart and to her soul and pull away from that opportunity because it may not be the best thing for her. When it comes to her health, I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose, but I feel she's very healthy. I do feel like, for the most part, she is someone that just keeps herself active, and so she's going to continue to do well in that area. I do feel like there is some importance or some, need to kind of look at her skin and when she's out in the sun, because people would think that because you're a certain color of your skin that you can't get sunburn or that the sun doesn't do damage. But again, there is something about her skin and needing to really pay attention when she's out in the sun, kind of avoiding the sun when she can. But for the most part, that's the only thing that I really get with her. I do feel like normal aging process later on, she may suffer from arthritis, so that's kind of common for a lot of people. But for the most part, I feel like she's on top of her health and everything else that is concerned. But overall, she's creating new opportunities for herself, attracting people to her, and really just has a good social circle of friends that really love her and support her. And so I don't feel like Tracee's alone at all. She doesn't feel like she's alone or regrets any decision in her life. She's made some mistakes, but we all have, and we learn from them, and that's what keeps her going completely. I also feel like there will be definitely something that she's doing for her mom as well. I don't know if this is like a tribute or something big for her mom over the next year or two, maybe even for Mother's Day coming up soon, you know, a big surprise for her mom. There's something very special, and I feel like she will take to Instagram and post pictures and etc. But she's, you know, she's just that beautiful soul, and she's going to continue to flourish in this life, and people are going to be, you know, really looking to her as a role model. And I know that a lot of people do already. So again, you're a beautiful soul, Tracee, and I want to thank all of her fans and people on my channel, my Rays of Light, that have requested for me to do this video. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that you took away a lot of good things about Tracee, and we'll see how this all plays out. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And don't forget, if you want to book a private psychic reading, you can visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing day or night wherever you are in the world.